wanted to start a family as soon as possible.
Oh, you certainly didn't waste any time, did you?
I bet you can't wait to tell him.
I'd like to give him a ring.
Oh, he's underground.
Now, we have a channel of black reef running at approximately 2,000 feet across here. At this end, where they stopped development in the late 40s, it's close to 100 feet thick.
Values?
Well, here are the figures. Yes, we have no accurate picture of the extent of the channel.
So you'll be wanting a full survey?
I want everything you can give me. It's an open-ended assignment. If you need any more boreholes, we'll drill them for you.
Fine.
You, settling in all right?
No complaints, Mr. McRae.
Good. The food certainly improved since the days I was in single quarters. I saw C.P. Bradley the other day. He spoke most highly of you. Anything you need, any help, please let me know.
Thanks, Mr. McRae.
Good luck. Nice having you with us.
How can Ronnie give the poor little guy a name like Henry?
It's Jeanette's father's name.
It's no excuse. Henry? It's almost as bad as Cecil or Cuthbert or something.
Nonsense.
What they call him is none of your business.
I'm his uncle, aren't I? I should have been consulted. I mean, Ronnie didn't even ask us.
It reminds me, Ronnie's friend Arthur's arrived.
Who?
Rocky Roxburgh. Call him Rocky, because he's a geologist.
How do you know?
I met him at Ronnie's.
Oh.
We happened to be staying there the same weekend.
He's doing the special survey the GM wanted. Be here a couple of months. Staying at the single quarters.
What's he like, sir?
Oh, he's quite nice. He's very clever, I think. He's got his doctorate, like Ronnie.
That's right. Dr. Roxburgh.
Well, don't you think we should have him over?
I always thought a mineralogist and a geologist were the same.
No, a mineralogist.
Oh, never mind, love. I'll take your word for it. What's he like?
Nice youngster, but on the quiet side. Bright, though. CP says he'll go a long way. He ought to know.
Youngster?
30-ish.
Single, you say?
I think I know what's in your devious little mind.
I'll try anything to distract her from that Wilmot boy.
I don't think Roxburgh's Wendy's type. I must agree, it's worth a try.
Simon will be home before the weekend. Ask this fellow to dinner on Friday night. With 5 of us, it won't look contrived.
You keep running after Wendy McRae, and the GM's going to put the mafia on you, old sport. One of these days, you're going to end up in the slimes dam with just your feet sticking out. So, Freddie, when's the big day?
Yeah, what's the witch doctor say?
Yeah.
First week in February. Gee, Fred, you a father. Well, it's easy if you know how.
Yeah, but it's better to know how not to, eh, Nick?
You wait, Doop.
Yeah, Doopie, your turn will come. Marriage, children, the full catastrophe.
And you.
Me? No chick's gonna get her hooks into me, that's for sure.
What about Wendy McRae?
Ah, we're just good friends.
I wish I had a friend like that.
No problem.
Not so far, no.
Good. My son's coming out from Rhodes this week. I'd like you to meet him. How about having dinner with us on Friday?
Yeah, sounds fine.
7:30, all right?
Oh, Friday. Sorry, Mr. Wilmot invited me around to their place on Friday.
Oh, you know the Wilmots, do you?
Yes, I was at Wits with their eldest son, Ronnie. We graduated the same year.
Doesn't matter. We'll arrange something for next week. I'll have a word with my wife and let you know.
Yeah, we got this specially for McRae when we had them over for dinner.
Time you asked him again, Dad. It's nearly finished.
Well, yeah, I can't afford to. He's got expensive tastes. Thanks.
Pity to waste it on a peasant like me.
Time you learn to appreciate the finer things in life. Hope you get ahead.
I could hold my own with Hilton McRae any day. Cheeky little wine. Impertinent but not presumptuous. Good to clean one's tackies with.
What Wendy sees in you?
She likes me because I'm basically primitive. She calls me her noble savage.
Who's Wendy?
Eh? Ah, McRae's daughter.
She's very attractive. Ask Nick. Sugar Rookie.
2, please.
I wonder what the McRae's son is like. He came back today.
Simon's at Rhodes. Wendy's at Fitz.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's not in mining, that's all I know.
I hear he's an environment nut.
What's an environment nut?
Conservationist. Wants to save the planet from pollution, when you tell me.
I've been to the rec shop this morning. Mrs. Labuschagne says I've started a craving already.
A craving?
Didn't you know? When you're pregnant, you start to crave things.
Oh, like sweets and things, eh?
For some people, it's sweets. For others, it's carrots or pickled onions or tuna fish and jelly.
Tuna fish and jelly?
I promise you. A friend of mine had a baby and all she wanted was tuna fish and jelly. It was all she could think of.
That's fantastic. But for you, it's sweets, eh?
Not just any sweets. Jelly babies and jup-jups.
Yeah, but you've always liked jelly babies and jup-jups. You scuffed them up like they were going out of fashion.
Now I like them even more.
Yes.
I've got to be extra careful about my teeth, though.
Your teeth?
Didn't you know? When you're pregnant, your teeth go bad. It's something to do with the calcium.
What calcium?
The calcium in your teeth.
Yeah? But what's the calcium in your teeth got to do with having a baby?
I don't know. But when you're pregnant, you have to be extra careful about your teeth. Everybody knows that. That's why they give you tablets.
What sort of tablets?
Calcium tablets. I might have to take iron pills, too.
Iron pills?
For anemia. Mrs. Duval says you get very anemic when you're pregnant. She took iron pills.
Hey, Eileen, are you sure you're going to pull through this?
I gotta admit, Beethoven is not my scene.
This happens to be Mozart.
Just goes to show, both of them wasted on me. Night, Rocky, seeing you.
Sure, night, Nick.
Oh, better watch that sister of mine. At midnight, she turns into a sex maniac.
I should be going.
You didn't believe him, did you?
No, really, it's quite late.
Should I make more coffee?
Not for me, thanks.
Well, have the last chocolate mint. I'm not going to be left on the shelf.
No, really, I've done well. It's nice seeing you again, Sal.
It's a nice surprise.
Quite a coincidence, really.
Yes, I suppose it is.
I mean, I had no idea I'd be seconded to Village Reef. Could have been anywhere.
Yes, I suppose it could.
What's the matter, Lightning?
Boss, buka la tafula lapha phezulu.
It's okay, Lightning.
Hurrah!
Nice pad you got him.
What's it like to have absolutely no ambition?
Fantastic. You know, I could have been living here if they made my old man GM instead of yours.
Does that worry you?
Crazy. Who wants to live in a place where it takes you 10 minutes to get back from the loo?
Oh. Hey, Nick, that thing costs a fortune.
It says here, made in Hong Kong.
Ha ha. Nice to see you finally plucked up the courage.
What do you mean?
My dad would skin you alive if he found you here, and you know it. Hey, on second thoughts, I bet it didn't take any courage at all. You obviously heard Mum and Dad were away on this head office thing.
Ah, no secrets in Village Reef. I even know that your brother's gone to a meeting of the Wildlife Society.
I told you that.
The McRae's residence, Chief Butler speaking. Yeah, sure.
Hello? Oh, hi, Dad. Oh, just a friend? Of course he isn't drunk. Yes, it is. Does it matter? No. No, I will not. Look, he's my friend. If I want to entertain him in my house, I damn well will. Next time, Nick Wilmot, will you leave me to answer the phone? Now look what you've done.
Sorry.
You know what he said? He said I had to throw you out.
Well, I guess in the circumstances...
You're not leaving here.
But your old man, he'll do his nut if he finds me here.
My old man can drop dead. Nobody orders me around like that. I choose my friends. If he doesn't like it, he can go and jump in the lake.
Oh, Wendy, sweetheart, cool it and just listen
You've
to
got
me.
no reason to dictate to me. If I want to entertain you in my house, I will. If I want you to stay the night, nobody's going to stop
Look,
me.
he's got reason to be upset about finding me here. I mean, it's not as though you invited me over. I just rocked up.
Difference doesn't make. The principle's exactly the same. Hello? It's for you.
For me? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay, Dad. Your dad phoned my dad.
I worked that out for myself. Right. I regard that as a declaration of war. You are not moving from
When you
here.
love, it's not going to work.
Nick Wilmot, you're a grown man. You're going to let them kick you around like a schoolboy?
Don't be stupid. It's not that. It involves my dad, his position on the
It
mine.
involves your pride.
Look, he'll get it in the neck if I stay here. Your dad's made him responsible.
That is exactly what he planned, and you're falling for it. He should have told my father to go and get lost.
Ah, come on.
You know, I thought you were different. I thought you were the one person around here with a mind of his own. But you're no different at all.
Look, you're being bloody unreasonable. You know your old man doesn't frighten me, but this kind of thing will hurt my dad a hell of a lot more than it's going to hurt me.
How are you? Oh, what a wonderful idea. We haven't seen you and Sandy for ages. The usual mining dues. I can't tell you how awful they are. Wednesday the 29th. Just a minute and I'll check. If there's a tennis club dance or a Girl Guides concert, I'll scream, we're in luck. Right. Dinner? Morrison's. Just to get away from this mine will be like a breath of fresh air.
Head office have confirmed the 6th, Mr. McRae, the party for the Harvey-Walkers.
And does that clash with anything?
Does, actually. The annual general meeting of the golf club committee.
Damn. Well, what we'll do is we'll move the AGM forward a week. Please draft a notice for me, will you?
Certainly.
So that means Sir Noel Harvey-Walker and his wife for the 6th, and the AGM for the 29th of this month.
Hey, what's a cannibal's phone number?
Hey?
Well, you know what a cannibal is.
Yeah, cannibal is
If you want to dial a cannibal, you dial 10810. Get it? 10810. An old man like you and me. 10810.
But cannibals haven't got telephones?
Well, it's not the most exciting guest list I've ever seen. CP'll talk shop all night. Buller Wilmot will discuss fishing. Joan will tell us all about her trip to Japan. Again. Sir Noel will be making eyes at someone, probably me.
Why do you say that?
Tell me you've never noticed.
Couldn't you invite a duke or an earl or something? That would really give it class.
They'll be spending the night in the guest cottage. Tomorrow morning we're taking Sir Noel underground.
Which means I'll have to entertain Lady Sarah. Hope she sleeps late.
It's only for the morning. In the afternoon they're flying down to Velcom.
I'll survive.
I've told Cynthia to get on to Schoenfeld's about the catering. They'll be in touch with you.
Oh, my, nothing but the best.
I've also told her to have the invitations printed. I'd like you to handle that, Di.
Couldn't you invite a butler for the evening?
I thought of getting Labuschagne to run the bar, but Schoenfeld's can do it.
You can't can't entertain British aristocracy without a butler. It's positively indecent.
Is the guest cottage in good condition? I can have it painted if necessary.
Don't forget the red carpet.
The cottage is immaculate.
Good.
Oh, one good thing in sight. Muriel rang today. She and Sandy have invited us to dinner. It's a foursome, like old times.
Yeah, that's nice. When is it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
No, it's all right. We've nothing on. I've checked.
Just a minute. The golf AGM, we had to move it forward because of the Harvey-Walker party.
Hilton, you didn't.
Wait for it.
The golf club?
Wednesday the 29th. We circularized all the members.
This is the last straw.
But I didn't know you were going to arrange a dinner.
Last time we had to give up the ballet because of some damn mind function. We had to turn down Laura and Billy because of the rugby social. Sandy and Muriel are our oldest and dearest friends, and we haven't seen them for ages.
I am chairman of the committee.
Oh, you're chairman of every damn thing on this mine. It's always the mine, the mine, the mine.
Diana, don't get neurotic. As I've told you before, it's all part of the job.
I know. Well, I want to live a life of my own. I want to mix with people I want to mix with, not with people I'm expected to mix with. I'm sick to death of being paraded around like a mascot, simply because I'm the general manager's wife.
Hey, Cheeser, I got it. 10810.
Congratulations, Ted.
Cynthia, I've just had the most wonderful idea.
Don't tell me. You're going to invite me to the Resident Engineer Symposium.
No.
You're going to teach me the eightsome reel.
Wrong again.
You're going to take me on a cross-country run.
You're getting warmer.
Oh, Fitz, I really don't think I want to know.
I'm going to teach you how to play squash.
Squash?
I'm serious.
You must be out of your tiny Scottish mind.
It's a great game. I play every week.
I'm so uncoordinated. I can hardly walk, never mind hit a ball around. Couldn't even manage bowls.
Well, where do your interests lie?
Now that would be telling, wouldn't it?
Music. There's a good symphony concert coming up.
Now you're getting warmer.
I'll get tickets.
I know you, Fitz. You'll forget all about it.
I shan't. I'll get them tomorrow.
I'll be looking forward to it, if you remember.
I'll leave it to me.
Squash. Head office have sent a few notes about personal preferences and so on. So Noel mustn't have anything with mushrooms in it. He's allergic to them.
Get on to Schoenfeld's, tell him to go easy on the mushrooms. Better still, tell him to cut them out altogether. We don't want to poison him, whatever happens.
So Noel likes a full English breakfast with orange juice and tea, and Lady Sarah prefers continental with coffee.
Remind me to tell my wife, will you?
I was wondering if you'd like to include the Duvals.
No, nobody under management level.
Dr. de Villiers and his wife?
Yes, put them down. Incidentally, I want you to come as well.
Won't Mrs.
Diana's an excellent hostess, but she's prone to eccentricities. I'll just say that you're there to watch the administrative side of things. Okay?
Of course, Mr. McRae.
Muriel and Sandy were going to take us to Romanov's tonight. It's the sort of evening I've looked forward to for ages.
Price you pay for being at the top. Noblesse oblige, I believe the term is.
Sometimes I wish I were married to a truck driver.
Come off it, Mom. It's just not your style.
How I long to be surrounded by strangers instead of the Swains, the Farrows, the Wilmots, the de Villiers. Same old faces, same old conversations.
You are in a mood.
Oh, fed up to the back teeth.
Try throwing something. You'll feel better.
I've got an extra invitation.
Send it to the state president. That'll slay them.
No. I've got a better idea.
Mother, what are you up to?
Getting my own back.
It's usually only the bigwigs go to these dues. They must have changed their minds. Must have decided to invite everybody.
They would have held it in the rec hall then. They would have had it here.
Well, if it's at their house, can't be that big.
Just a few people, she said.
Well, I've been on the mine more than 25 years. I've got seniority.
Maybe it's a mistake.
It's down here in black and white.
So I recognize Mrs. McRae's handwriting from the way she signs on account for her cigarettes and things.
Well, that's it then. Sir Noel and Lady Harvey-Walker are going to have the pleasure of the company of Mr. and Mrs. Cheeser Labuschagne.
I'm telling you, I saw the invitation. It's the same as yours.
But not even the DeVals have been invited.
And if the senior mine captain isn't invited, then the mine barman isn't invited. It stands to reason, doesn't it, eh?
But I'm telling you, I've seen it in Mrs. McRae's own handwriting.
But this is a small party. Mrs. McRae told me herself.
Knowing Cheeser, he sent the invitation to himself.
As a joke.
Typical Cheeser stunt.
And know-it-all Nick has fallen for.
Right.
I wouldn't bet on it, Dad.
Oh, it's just a small do. Just a few people from the mine to meet Sir Noel and Lady Sarah. He's the big noise from London. Very la-di-da.
When is it, Connie?
Wednesday, 7:30 for 8. Schoenfeld's are doing the catering.
So it's a really posh affair, eh?
Oh, it has to be. Mrs. McRae told me all the arrangements. She's really very nice when you get to know her, you know.
She dresses very well. I can just imagine how she'll be turned out on Wednesday.
She'd be dressed right up to the nines. Of course, I haven't decided what I'm going to wear yet. I'll just run something up, I think.
Are you going?
Yes. We got our invitation yesterday.
Oh, so it's quite a big affair.
Just a few people, Mrs. McRae said. Quite select, really. Anything I can do for you, dear?
One thing about living on a gold mine, there's no excuse for not knowing your place. We raise rubbing your nose into a fine art.
There you go, draw the line somewhere.
And if you don't make the grade, you're publicly humiliated.
What do you mean, publicly?
Oh, gee, Dad. The whole mine knows it's going to the McRae's jamboree, who isn't. You're one of the guys that can call GM Hilton. You're made. Otherwise, you can forget it.
Everybody's got the same chance to get to the top. I start as a sampler, huh?
You'll never catch me living on a gold mine.
You do live on a gold mine.
It's only temporary. One of these days, I'm going to get out.
You've been saying that for the past 4 years.
Anyone's welcome to take my place. You don't enjoy yourself with these dues. You're not supposed to.
You know what, Willa? The Labuschagnes have been invited. It's all over the mine.
What did I tell you?
Top level only, Cynthia Holmes told me. Heads of departments.
So? She's the head of the bar department.
Connie and Cheeser have been invited. She's even making herself a dress.
Cynthia Holmes ought to know. She helped draft the guest list.
I'm telling you, I saw the invitation. Cheeser Labuschagne, wizard of the bowling green, master blaster, and court jester, has been invited to meet Lord and Lady Laverduck at the manager's residence Wednesday the 6th, 7:30 for 8.
They've got Cheeser along to run the bar for them. That's what's happened. Yep.
That's not what Connie says.
Then Connie's making a big mistake.
She's going to the party as a guest.
Bets, man, she's helping in the kitchen or something, helping with the snacks. That's what she's doing.
Are doing the catering, and they do everything.
She is not going to the party.
She is going to the party.
Oh, Bets, come on, man. You've lived at this mine almost as long as I have. You know what the score is.
I told Cynthia Holmes to be here right after lunch. She's very efficient at this sort of thing.
Unlike me, of course.
Well, I know how you hate supervising.
Will you trust me with the flower arrangements?
Yeah, of course I will. Don't be silly, darling. But you will see the furniture's moved, won't you?
Aye, sir.
Well, everything seems all right in the kitchen. I'll just check on the guest cottage.
Doesn't leave anything to chance, does he? What's up, Mum? Don't tell me you're getting all uptight as well.
I've got something to confess. I've done an incredibly irresponsible thing, and I don't know what to do about it.
What do you mean?
I've invited the Labuschagnes for tonight.
Mom, you didn't. But that's fantastic. It'll be a riot.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I've asked them to start serving supper at 9.
Good. You check up on the mushrooms?
No mushrooms.
Good.
Is this their first visit to South Africa? No, they were here in 1960.
Well, I see a lot of changes then.
Well,
Made a lot of progress since then. Yes.
I believe he's a very charming man.
They have a flat in Chelsea and a gorgeous old place in the country. We stayed there for a weekend. Sir Noel and Hilton went pheasant shooting.
Hey, Connie, what do you think about this tie? You think this tie's okay?
Which one is it?
One you gave me for Christmas.
Oh, man, it's a bit flashy.
What do you mean, flashy? It's the one you gave me.
If you don't want my advice, don't ask for it.
Hey, come on, man. It's nearly 8 o'clock.
What do you think?
Fantastic.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Farrow.
How do you
Nice
do?
to see you. And of course, C.P. Bradley.
Hello, CP.
Mr. and Mrs. Wilmot. Willa Wilmot is assistant manager. How do you do? Basil Clay, underground manager. How do you do? Mr. and Mrs. Swain. Mr. Swain is reduction manager. How do you do, Mr. Swain? And of course, Dr. and Mrs. de Villiers.
Hurry up, Connie, man. You're the last to arrive.
She's the man, wait for me.
Well, it's extremely pleasant to be back in your beautiful country again, I must say.
The weather was absolutely divine. When we left London, there was snow on the ground.
Really? Hadn't seen the sun for weeks before we left. What with the weather and the socialists, the country's going to pieces.
I'm so glad you could come. You know Basil Clay? Well, of course you do.
I was brought up in India, but the weather there is too hot for me. I say, anything wrong?
No. Oh, not at all. Please excuse me a moment, would you?
I like your tie, Cheeser. It's very fashionable.
From the Mervyn special.
Sherry, Mr. Labuschagne.
Oh, sherry makes you merry. Whiskey makes you frisky. Brandy makes you...
I've no idea.
You didn't put their name on the list, did you?
Of course not.
But don't tell me they gate crashed.
Oh, that's impossible. There must have been some terrible mistake.
Blaster. He once had to blow up a concrete gazebo in the garden. He very nearly succeeded in blowing the house up with me in it.
You got to admit, I got rid of the gazebo, though.
There hasn't been a mistake, Cynthia. They were invited. And I know who did it.
You don't have to put on Mozart to get rid of me. If you two want to be alone, all you got to do is say so. Don't be shy.
Actually, it's Chopin.
Just as effective.
You don't have to go.
Oh, come on. I can take a subtle hint when I've been hit over the head with it.
What will you do?
Write my memoirs. Study my collection of dirty postcards. I'll find something. Or somebody.
I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say how delighted we are to have with us our two distinguished visitors from London.
Yeah.
And I hope that they enjoy being with us as much as we enjoy the pleasure of their delightful company. So, friends, I'd like you all to join with me in a toast to Sir Noel and Lady Sarah, our distinguished guests.
Our distinguished guests.
I don't want you to get the impression that because we're far away in London that we never think of you. We think of you a great deal, particularly when there's a drop in the gold price. And now I want to congratulate you all very deeply, very warmly, on this occasion by thanking you for your magnificent work and your standing by us at all times on this mine. And now, if you will raise your glasses, I would like
Hold it, just a minute. Okay.
If you will raise your glasses, I would like you to drink a toast to the mine. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Village Reef.
Village Reef.
Village
Reef. For they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows,
for they are jolly good fellows, and so say all of us.
like Mother used to make.
It's fascinating. No, really.
And what do you do on the mine, Mr.
Labuschagne.
Is that something you do underground?
No, that's my name. But you can call me Cheeser.
Oh, what an interesting name. What does it mean?
And a Cheeser stick is what they use to light the dynamite fuses. It means very hot. How meningi Cheeser? That means very hot.
And why do they call you Cheeser?
Because I'm too hot to handle. Can I take your plate?
Oh, thank you very much.
While I'm at it, can I get you a drink?
I love one.
I'll see to it.
Would you excuse me while I get some more of this delicious food?
Certainly.
Sir Noel.
You're looking perfectly radiant, Diana.
Oh, I thank you, Sir Noel.
And your necklace intrigues me.
It's African, said to be a powerful aphrodisiac for anyone who touches it.
On you, my dear, that would be quite superfluous.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Ooh, that is nice. What is it?
Oh, just a little cocktail I knock up from a secret recipe.
And what's it called?
Dynamite.
Don't tell me they're actually enjoying themselves.
I think you owe me an explanation.
An explanation?
What got into you, Diana? What made you invite the Labuschagne?
To lend some colour to what otherwise would have been an excruciatingly dull evening.
Have you any conception the amount of embarrassment you've caused?
Oh, nonsense. Our guests of honour are having the time of their lives. What more could you ask for?
Oh, you know, there's only one way to cure hiccups. Now pull your tummy right in, like this. That's it. Pull it right in till your navel touches the bottom of your spine. Right. Now when you sit down, that becomes your navel base.
I ought to put you over my knee and give you a damn good hiding.
Why not dance with me instead?